It's entertainment time here at the hangout.
I'm just trying to bring a little culture to the group. It could totally use a friendly hangout. So,
Then, back in the day, baby.
it's the culture, Daryl. Good hangout.
Whatever.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Hangout Culture Podcast. We're so happy you're spending some time with us today. I'm James. To my left, we have the Akron ABV Avenger, the distinguished drinker of dark ale, the dude that does not abide, my buzzing cousin, David Murrin.
Yes, I'm here. Let's go.
To the right, we got Tiny Tiramisu, the Toledo Torpedo, the tallest tree in Tennessee, Tom the Floor, Tom Crane, everyone.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry about last episode. I'm just going to straight up say it. But we're back and we're hanging out, and we're going to keep it a lot lighter this time. We have a lot to talk about. It's going to be a fun episode. And I don't know. I think, David, do you want to start this episode off?
Yeah.
Beer.
Yeah.
Beer.
So we're gonna,
Beer us. Oh, I should put away my third pregame beer. Hold on.
yeah. We're gonna just start right into the beer. So I had a fun little experience that kind of like wraps into my update / our beer review. So,
The peer review.
So I stopped into a brewery that we've featured here on the podcast before by the name of Saucy Brewworks. Love the guys over there at Saucy.
We love Saucy.
So I stopped in there and I actually got to meet the head brewer. He gave me like a little bit of a tour of the brewery itself. And when we had gotten done with that, I was like, hey, since you're the head brewer, you create the recipes here. What is your favorite beer that's on tap right now that you've created, at least recently? Because every brewery has like their flagship beers.
And Saucy has locations in Cleveland, Columbus.
Yes. A couple locations in
Yeah.
Northeast Ohio,
Yeah, okay.
as well as Columbus then.
And their merch is sick. Sorry, go ahead.
I love their logo.
Yeah.
So fun. But he pointed out this beer that we're going to actually review today that is called the Shred Lord.
Shred Lord.
The cool part about this beer is that it's a West Coast Pilsner. So normally those two beer styles do not mix well together. It's a West Coast IPA mixed with a Pilsner. And he explained to me that they went with a West Coast styled hop build and a Pilsner styled grain bill to make this beer a mixture of the two. And I did have one of these beers at the brewery, so I do have a little bit of pre-knowledge into this beer. But
Yeah, I like the can. The can's sweet.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what I thought of it because I want your reviews to be
Catch,
honest.
Tom. This is a heavy can. Catch. It's a big, heavy can. Oh, dear. Okay.
Yes. They hooked us up with some
So shredded.
some beers.
Shredded, bro.
Shred Lord.
So, does this have any THC in it?
No,
Okay.
no, it does not. But that is something that they actually talked about while I was there, and they are releasing. They're releasing a whole line of THC seltzers that they had multiple pallets of canned when I was there.
Okay. Let's pour it out and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saucy.
And if you follow them on social media, they've been posting and sharing a lot of these of like coming out, and even just the way that the cans were labeled. And we kind of talked about how before one of them looked kind of like the Spitfire skateboarding logo.
Yeah.
And so now this has kind of got like a cool 90s snowboarding, like hot tub time machine style look to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I was in there talking to the head brewer about just a whole bunch of different things, future plans, different beers. And we're hoping to, establish a future relationship with Saucy. So, we have this beer review segment at the beginning of every podcast that may or may not need a sponsor. So,
Yeah, it would
Saucy,
be nice.
if you guys are interested, we'd love to have you guys on board. But with that being said, let's get to trying this beer. So
Cheers.
Cheers.
Episode 16. We're a young baby
Yes.
podcast, but we're making our way in the
And
big
I will
universe
say,
of the internet.
it is crystal clear. I mean,
Yeah.
not a single bit of haze to it. A very, very light gold color. Like if I were to get poured this at, a ballpark, I would think it was a Bud Light. It's got that light lager look to it. But yeah, let's dive in here.
I did not do the Bill Squire pour method this time.
No, you did not.
Well, good.
Yeah, it's going to be more than
No.
Yeah, it's a large can. Like
But
this.
see-
How many ounces is this? This is larger
It's
than
a
the
pint.
It's a tall boy.
Yeah, so this is larger than your regular like can. You know what I mean?
But it fit perfectly.
Like, let's see how small my hand looks on this thing.
But see, I think that like doing it that way during a beer review is actually really nice because you're gonna get the proper amount of carbonation that they intend, which affects the flavor. I almost brought it up on the podcast because like he's definitely drinking every beer flat, but it helps with the overall goal of not burping, and I totally get that.
I could smell this as soon as I cracked it open. I could smell the hops as
It's
soon
got
as I
a
cracked it open.
real hop forward
But
aroma.
the interesting thing is when I drink it, it's not so hoppy. I thought like as soon as I opened it and smelled it, I'm like, this is gonna taste nothing but hops. But then when I drank it, I'm like, this is not so hop forward. So it's more enjoyable for me as a light beer drinker to enjoy something with more hops aroma than really taste, and I enjoy that mixture.
Yeah, it has like a West Coast aroma, but a Pilsner taste. They
You
do
hit
a
it. You hit the nail on the
great
head. Yeah,
job.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
I really like it. As someone that doesn't like really enjoy very hops forward beers, again, I like the smell of it, but I don't want the taste drenched in it, and it's really good. Like it walks that line.
Yeah, and I know that you guys aren't typically like big hop guys, so I was thinking that maybe this guy would hit
that's
that
good.
mark and smelling like it's hoppy, but not necessarily.
Saucy does a great
tasting.
job of mixing flavors, whether it's in their like restaurant with their pizza or whatever, or in their beers. But Tom pulled up a great kind of like a
The description.
a summary of it.
Yeah.
West Coast Pilsner, brewed with traditional lager malts and German lager yeast, hopped with varieties commonly found in West Coast IPAs. Columbus hops added on the hot side bring subtle citrus and dank notes, while the cold side is dry hopped with Citra. What's that word, David? Help me out.
Citra Mosaic and Simcoe adding classic West Coast hop character. So a little bit of insight when they're talking about the hops added on the hot side, that's when they're adding them during the boil. And that is when you get more of the flavor of the hops. When they're added on the cold side, you get more of like the aroma, as well as
Interesting,
like
'cause
a pungent flavor can come through as well. When you anytime you dry hop something, it's like after the beer is done boiling and you're just letting it sit and ferment, that's when you're throwing dry hops in. So it has a little bit more of a pronounced effect when you're not putting it through the process of boiling. So yeah, no, I think that they do an excellent job here. Tom, what do you taste in it?
Yeah, what do you think?
So my palate is unrefined.
No, I feel the same way. Yeah.
So like you guys say, oh, I smell this, I smell that.
I smell dank notes of
do you
citrus.
smell more hops in the aroma?
I definitely
do.
can tell.
Yeah.
Yes. And so for me, I think I would have preferred a larger can of like the apple saucy than this. I don't think it's something that I would like regularly get, but I feel like if we were eating like a burger right now, or if we were eating the pizza like I always bring up, that I feel like that would go well with food, but just as like a beer to just kind of drink and hang out and sip on, I would prefer some of their other ones first, but I'm not saying that it's bad.
Well, good thing you have that saucy apple saucy as a backup for you.
right.
Both
the
will be
previously
both will be
reviewed.
gone.
Both will be gone.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, I like it. I like it.
But you said the hot style is for the flavor and the cold style is for the aroma. But I really get the aroma of hops in this. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think that that's because they use the Citra Mosaic and Simcoe. I think that they're dry hopped used more hops than what they used in their hot side hops. So like if you were to throw a bunch of hops dry hopped into it, you're going to get way more aroma.
Yeah, you're right. They actually do the cold side is dry hopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
Some
like
home brewing
this.
knowledge,
So we're going to give it a rating?
Yeah.
give it a rating?
Let's go ahead and give her a
Let's start with
rating.
you, David.
All right.
You scored the Bumbleberry very high last week. Again, I'm sorry for that episode, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes we just got to get it out and talk about the things that are happening in our world and get our own opinions on it. So, Bumbleberry scored very high, our highest yet.
Yeah.
Fatheads Brewery in Pennsylvania.
With an 8.8 from me.
Yeah, I would say
gave
it
the
was average of
Bumbleberry.
8.5 on the Hangout. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
So this one actually, because it's somewhat coupled with the experience, but also just being a home brewer and appreciating what they did with this beer style, because they really did create their own beer style here. A West Coast Pilsner does not really exist. I thought they did an excellent job at mixing it smelling like an IPA and tasting like a lager or a Pilsner. This one's high up there, Personally, when it comes to light beers, I like a Hefeweizen or a Kolsch, but I think this one rivals those two for me. So I think this beer is worthy of breaking the 9s.
Oh, my God.
Highest
score yet?
I think this is a 9.1.
Wow.
I am thoroughly impressed. The craft that went into this beer really showcases, and I can appreciate it as being someone who's tried hundreds of different craft beers. I've never seen this before. It's light, it's crisp, and full of flavor. So well done, Saucy. 9.1.
So that puts it above any one that we've tried in
That's the
all
highest.
the 15 episodes so far, then, right?
As far as everything that we've tried, everything that I've brought and featured, this standout is the number one.
Wow.
Yeah, I really do think that.
All right. So I have to kind of grade this on a curve because I'm not a hops kind of drinker. So this wouldn't be my go-to when I'm out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned last week in the episode that, my Michelin rating was like, if it starts at an 8, that's what I'll get at a restaurant. If I sit on there, I'll get it at a restaurant. This I probably wouldn't get at a restaurant. So it's going to be in the 7s, but I think it's going to be a high 7s because in terms of like grading on a curve with IPAs, because I'm not an IPA drinker, this is one of my more favorites because, like you said, it's crisp, and usually when it's heavy on the hops, it's usually not crisp or not as refreshing. But this very much seems to be, like you were saying, how light it is and crispy.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to give it like in the high 7s. I'm going to give like a 7.8.
Okay.
And I think it's good. Again, I wouldn't like. I'm just not a hoppy drinker, but like this might make me want to like explore that world because like I do see it being more than just like the hops, flavor wise.
Yeah, and also like you can take the flavor if you don't mind the hops, then maybe Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe are hops that you don't mind.
Yeah.
And other IPAs use a different variety that is.
It's
a little
not
more
one note.
off-putting to you.
Yeah, it's not one note. So that's
or
why
they're
I
a
like it.
combination of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know there's definitely IPAs that are like only Citra, and
Mm-hmm.
Citra can be off-putting to certain people. But when they use it in a really articulate way of like combining different hops, creating the flavor. Maybe this one.
Yeah.
Is
And plus the cans are cool. It's a local business, so
yeah. They get brownie points in a couple
Yeah.
categories.
yeah, for sure.
Tom, what do you think?
I'm kind of with James on this. I think it's really fascinating to see how much you like this and what you have liked as compared to what we've liked. And I think this is one where it's like, okay, I always kind of joke about the Beatles where you may not really like them, but you can respect what they've done.
Yeah.
I think this is one where I probably wouldn't choose it, but it's not bad. It's enjoyable. And I can respect that for what it is. It's very well done. It's just not necessarily my favorite kind of flavor profile. So I'd say like 7.5. I have no issues drinking it. It's not a bad drink. If I was offered it again, I would drink it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I love about us three, though. Like, we all have different palates and different kinds of beer that we like. So, like, these beer reviews are really going to be a good testament, like a good trial run across 3 different pallets.
One
to
of us
see-
should like the beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like
Yeah,
scoring the
always.
high 8s or 9s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that we landed that here because, like, my appreciation as a home brewer and understanding, like, what goes into the craft beer, and, like, I could not replicate this. And that makes me appreciate it just a little bit more. And the novelty of it gives it a higher score for me.
And that's cool that you have that, like, expertise or experience where you can understand this and you can see what goes into it. You know, it's kind of like if you're, you know, in another field and you can respect what's being done, coming from somebody who really has no idea, it doesn't. I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. But it's nice that, you know, you have that respect for it and understand the process and are able to say, all right, this is really, you know, kind of setting a standard.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the coolest part about my experience there, because after talking to the head brewer, like I said, he gave me a tour. His name is Alec. Shout out to Alec. Really, really cool, interesting guy. We might have to contemplate, like, bringing him on one day because he has a lot of history, a lot of experiences I think it'd be fun to talk about. But he started out as a home brewer in 2020. And him talking to me about, like, when he was grabbing beers for us, they keep all their hops in their cooler. And he's like, hey, you know, check it out. Like, our hop inventory is this big. And, like, it was impressive, right? There was a bunch of boxes of hops. But he's like, yeah, you know, I remember as a home brewer getting, like, little 1-ounce packs of hops that you would use for your 5-gallon batches. And, like, I could relate to that. And the scale that I'm purchasing things on to make a 1-gallon or a 5-gallon batch is so much smaller. He's showing me these tanks that are 40-gallon tanks, and they're just, like, tucked in the back of this brewery, all, like, within inches of distance against each other. That they're, and actually, I'm happy that I remembered this. One of the things that I found most impressive about just, like, their operations in the back is that they had, it was either 5 or 6 tanks that were directly hooked up to the bar draft system.
Oh, wow.
So it was the freshest beer that you could get, because you're looking at this tank that is easily like half of this room that is directly hooked up to the tap beer that you're gonna
I've never heard of anyone doing that.
Me either. I've never heard it. I've never
Really?
seen it, having a, like, actual tank hooked up to the
Yeah.
keg. So instead of, like, and it makes sense from a business standpoint, like, instead of kegging all of it and storing the kegs elsewhere, just use the tank, hook it. It's already COT pressurized. Like,
That's
hook it up
crazy.
to the tap line.
Yeah, it
Give
seems like a
these people the
no-brainer, but it
freshest
also
beer.
doesn't seem like anyone would do that because, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that is the freshest, huh?
And I think that was, like, my overall takeaway from it, is that they seem to do things in a very efficient and logical way that I really appreciated, as well as having multiple award-winning beers, and, like, whatever they're doing, they've got something going. I know they've acquired multiple breweries.
Well, yeah.
They also
Oh my
started
gosh.
their
This is all their
own-
awards.
Yeah.
Highest rated bars, best coffee blend. They're also doing that. Gold medal beer, 2023 best pizza, 2019 to 2021 best
And
brewery,
that's
21
the
and
fun
24.
thing, is that they also just started
Best can label design, 24.
That almost seems obvious. There's a lot of
Yeah.
cool cans, and I love picking out beers by the can, but they do a great job.
Well, this one makes sense. Fastest growing private company, 2024. David was talking about how they're kind of expanding into just about everything.
Yeah, they actually started their own coffee
Yeah.
line. So they're actually roasting their own coffee beans and producing that. So, like, they're really trying to stay ahead of the curve, staying with the times as well, with the THC beverages that we mentioned that they've really been trying to market and start up. And it's just really cool to see a local company make it to that level where they're actually shipping nationwide now, which
That's like
I
almost
know-
like another Yingling, right? Like,
yeah, well, we talked about the
Yeah.
East Coast West Coast border line that happens just west of Ohio, and they've passed that. So, like, I don't know what distribution deals they have, but they're doing things right to where they're getting their name out there, and yeah, I'm showing them love.
because I know that the shipping laws in terms of alcohol is like wild.
Oh yeah,
You know, I don't know the ins and outs of it at all, but like I've heard people anecdotally talk about it, and it's just like the West Coast and East Coast are totally different in terms of like distribution and
Yeah.
Is it taxes or something? Or
I'm not sure like if it's taxes. I just know that there's like a hard line between distribution and like what it costs to ship across that line. So like we don't get almost any like local West Coast beers.
Not that they can't distribute it to us, but because there's like all these
Right.
regulations and red tape or whatever that make it kind of nonsensical for them to do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Like I know that it took forever for Yingling even to cross the border between Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Yeah.
So that's not even like if you were to go to a state like North Dakota, you're not finding Yingling. Like it doesn't exist over there.
It was like going to Michigan to get weed for a while. Like
Yeah.
people would be like, I'm going to Pennsylvania. I'm getting
Yeah.
a couple 12 packs of Yingling.
Yeah, bring me back a case, man.
Oh yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, that's a
All
great
right.
comparison. It's exactly like that.
Well, we appreciate the beer. It's going to go down good. Do you want to start the because we didn't do any weekly reviews or recaps on our last episode. So do you want to start with Tom on this one? Are you ready?
Yeah, we'll
Tom?
switch it up, Tom. What have you been up to the past 3 weeks / after the last episode?
Whatever time is.
Oh man, just the usual day-to-day stuff. Been hanging out with the kids, having fun. Jackson, my youngest stepson, I love his music. I'll play something and
How old is he?
He's 9.
Okay.
He's 9. And there's been so many times I've played something and he's like, "Oh, I know this song," and whether it's from his dad or from somewhere else, and then so we'll just like really kind of bond over music. He's gotten into Bob Marley lately. So he's got his iPad and he's just playing Bob Marley all day. So I'm putting it on the speakers and we're kind of hanging out. And Hudson loves to dance, so he's dancing all the time. And it's just kind of that fun part of kids learning new things and experiencing new things. Hudson lost his second tooth. Wow. So
how much is the tooth fairy giving for teeth these days?
Oh man.
With inflation and
Oh, man.
the economy and everything.
I want to say for the first one, we had like a toy we bought him for Christmas that we lost and forgot to give him.
So now the tooth fairy is Santa Claus.
Yeah, so I think we gave him like a couple dollars and then like a stormtrooper.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, so then the next one, it was just like, he doesn't know about coins, so I just gave him a bunch of quarters and a dollar bill. And he's like, "I got so much money."
Just wait till your third tooth.
Yeah, but he's always gotten a lot of money because we used to like bribe him to poop. So every time he would
You bribe him with like 2 or 3 M&Ms. What were you bribing him with? Like $5 bills?
No, just coins. No, that's why they're
When
called.
they said kids were expensive, I didn't think that this is what they meant.
Well, it's the poop coins that's what'll get you. So he's got 2 piggy bank full of what he calls. and now he's 5.5, and he'll still say, "How come I don't get paid to poop anymore?"
Wait till he starts working. I remember working in the trades. That was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Just wait. You will get that. Will come back. You will get.
Well, he
paid
needs to
poop.
start wiping first, and then we'll go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So that's all fun, kind of some of those ups and downs. But I got a surprise. So we're kind of talking about Saucy and stuff like that. I have a sister, and here is my sister Adriana.
Aw.
So
Love the tattoos?
Yeah, I'm so jealous. But whatever.
You're not too old.
You
to
got
get
tattoos too, Tom.
Yeah, but she's like all sleeved up. All my sisters, they all have tons of tattoos. They're all so cool.
How many sisters do you have?
So I have 3 sisters and a stepsister.
Wow.
I have 2 sisters.
I didn't know you had that many siblings.
Yeah, there was 6 of us growing up.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, my little brother is 11 years younger than I am, and I'm the oldest. So there's a bunch.
Man, you're the oldest of all of them.
Yeah.
Looks like she has a sunflower tattoo.
That's
And I
a
have
lot
a
of
sunflower
responsibility.
tattoo.
She probably that one. I think that's the one that's pretty meaningful. I know that that's an important one. But she's great. She owns a tiki bar in Colorado, and they're so if you ever see every episode, I've got her hat on, I've got a hoodie. I've always tried to support her, family and everything. And so she did send us a gift.
Oh, let's check it out.
Yeah, well, pop her up here.
Wait, it's called Tiki Bar or is it Shrunken Heads?
Shrunken Head Tiki Bar.
Shrunken Head Tiki Bar. I
And
like that name.
we always talk about shopping local. This isn't local to us, but Colorado Springs.
Yeah, it would be a local business if we lived there.
Yeah.
It's a smaller, non-chain.
There's a straw in here.
Part of a huge community.
There's a straw.
There you go. That's your surprise.
Okay.
James gets a straw. We get the rest.
What's up? Oh, shit. Hold on.
There are things.
I think there's a. Oh my gosh. There's a beanie. That's nice.
Ooh, loving beanies. You know,
Look at this
being
straight.
a member of the bald community, beanies are a way of life. That is awesome.
That's nice. Hopefully I'm getting that in frame. Very cool.
Oh, nice. I love that it's like a patch on
Yeah.
the front. It's not just like sewn in.
No, and it's super cool. They have a whole bunch of tiki drinks. They have swings that you can sit on. They got light brights. It's like such a cool part of the community, and they work with all the other local businesses. And she's really doing such cool things. I'm really proud of them. But
That's awesome, dude.
How long
Yeah.
have they been in business out there in Colorado? Do you
Man,
know?
there's
Or,
three
or how long has she been out there, you know?
she's been out there for 10 plus years.
Bro, there's so
I
many
mean,
things
wow.
in here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa.
Ooh, they sent us a beverage.
Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha.
Okay, so that's one of their favorites. She said she was going to send something out for us to drink as well.
Oh, is it alcoholic?
I'm already kind of drunk, but let's do it.
I don't know. Is it a liquid?
Man.
I don't
Dude,
know
there's
if
so
it's-
much in here. Dry Dock Brewing.
Oh boy, we're sleeping over.
Oh
Tom.
boy.
4.4% ABV. That's awesome. Kona Big Wave. Do they brew there
look
as
at
well, or is
this.
it just some
Oh,
of their
this is
favorite
so
beers?
cool.
they
No,
serve?
it's just she said some of their favorite beers that they use.
Come have a
tropical
cocktail.
sour for you, Tom. I'm
have a
assuming.
cocktail. Shrunken Heads.
Another cool story is me and my dad. We went to a couple concerts together a couple summers ago, and we all showed up wearing matching Shrunken Head Tiki shirts.
Oh, that's fun.
So it's just kind of a fun thing, you know. It's we're supporting our family, and
Yeah, absolutely. We're all about supporting local, supporting family. This is great. Thank you very much. I love the added,
there's
like
little-
umbrella in the hat.
Guys,
Or
I'm
in
not
the
even
beanie.
done yet.
Yeah, what's going? You're taking forever. Is this what it's like on Christmas for you?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes forever to open.
Oh, this thing
your
is really
presents?
small, though. Oh, it's matches. That's so cool. It's a little thing of matches. I feel like it is Christmas.
Oh, it
That's
kind
awesome.
of
It's little
is.
matches.
It's the hangout culture's Christmas. Wow, these hats are like.
And we love
really nice
supporting local
quality.
business, and
Jeez.
we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, some tagging, some.
Oh my God, this is
Post
another. Oh, this
on
is
it.
like a red stripe. Oh, it is a red stripe. I love. All right, yeah, dude.
hooray beer!
Dude, I love red stripe. I actually went to Jamaica one time. Let's see it. Jamaican lager beer. This doesn't have an imported on it. Is this straight from Jamaica? Usually it has an imported thing on it.
I thought all Red Stripe was.
Well, they make it in Jamaica, so I got it in Jamaica, and I was like, "Oh, it's so cool that I have a red stripe that doesn't say imported."
Oh.
This
I
one
get
doesn't
what
say
you're
imported.
saying.
That's
I
awesome.
get what you're saying.
Dude, that's a red stripe. That's so exciting. That might be my next beer I drink. And oh man, we got so many stickers. We got more matches.
Oh, I love.
Wow,
stickers.
this is great.
All
Like, check
about the
this
sticker
out.
game. We're gonna be adding, as this podcast grows, we're gonna be adding some things specifically behind Tom that will.
Oh, we're not done
be
yet.
holding a sticker board of some sort that we can. Whoa!
Oh, this is
I
the coolest
believe
thing.
that's the mug that was mine.
Yeah, Tom's like, the mug is mine. Tom said the mug is mine. Dude,
I have the
that's sick
text to
mug.
prove it.
I might have to put a screenshot of the text up there because that is worth fighting for. My
Tom,
friend. That is one hell of a mug.
Let's give
Cup.
this company
I'm
a
gonna call
shout
it
out.
I'm gonna call it a cup.
Say the company again.
Shrunken Head Tiki Bar in Colorado Springs.
Shrunken Head Tiki Bar in Colorado Springs. Give them a shout out. If you enjoyed this podcast, if you like this podcast, hey, they're supporting us. Go to Google, give them a 5-star review.
Yeah, 5-star review. Go like them on Instagram. Follow them. I don't know if they have a YouTube or anything like that, but follow them across all social media.
I think a few
platforms.
employees follow the podcast as well
Oh,
from there.
nice,
So
nice. Love us some cross-country nationwide subscribers. Thank you guys for listening.
I'm hoping she
greatly
flies me
appreciate
out
it.
and I could do a Zoom show from there while you guys are here and I'm out there. I think that'd be pretty cool.
We feel the love here in this podcast studio, and we really appreciate it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is like super high quality, Tom. You got lucky there with it almost reminds me of like a goblet, like the way that it's shaped. I like that. That's awesome. Speaking of like a little bit of merchandise, I wanted to kind of boast a little bit about the hoodie that I'm wearing, slightly, just because it is a great company, great cause, and rides the lines of like our documentary and kind of what we like. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these hoodies making their way across social media, but it's Farms Over Pharma by a regenerative farm by the name of Alpine Village out there in Washington, I believe.
Show this all off.
And James was actually commenting on it before we started the pod, just because they have another line of merchandise by the name of Farms, similar to like how you would see Dare spelled out. And I believe, James, you had said that it was mainly about like lab grown meat, or like taking a stance on lab grown meat. And I thought it was an interesting thing just to like, what do you think about lab grown kind of things across the board?
I'm trying to remember what. I think it's farm, right? Instead of Dare, it says farm, because it's in the Dare font, and it says
Yes.
FARM.
Yeah, it's either FARM or FARMS. I can't remember if there was an S added on to it. Tom might have to do some research for us.
Yeah.
But like lab grown meat.
Well, we were talking about this before the pod with lab grown
Yeah.
diamonds, and the difference between those and real ones, and lab grown
Right.
meat. And I always my whole thing, and the big thing about this documentary is like, I just want to reduce the amount of like animal suffering, whatever, that goes into our food industry. And so when I was originally approached with lab grown meat, which was a long time ago, and I think Tyson was the original like investor in lab grown technology and lab grown meats.
Okay.
And like, to me, like, that on its face seems like such a good idea, because obviously if we can like eliminate the needless suffering of animals to get our protein, and if it's the identical, if it's completely identical to what we would be eating anyway in the industrial model, or no, hopefully not in the industrial model, but like in the regenerative model, like
Right.
best case scenario,
Nutrient dense.
yeah,
Quality.
not adding any hormones, antibiotics, or corn fed or whatever, like having it be as natural as possible, which is regenerative. Then I was like, I think that's a good thing, but I don't know as much as I need to know to really form an opinion about lab grown versus regenerative, because everything I've seen about regenerative has been like perfect, has been flawless, amazing. And I don't know anything about lab grown. But like, my whole thing is like, well, if an animal isn't needlessly like raised and slaughtered or whatever, but that's not what regenerative does, right? Regenerative brings back to the land and expands their life to like the amount of time they're supposed to live or whatever. I don't know. Like, they're not like shortening their life in order to like grow their stocks or whatever. So I still don't know. So I'm kind of like talking out my ass right now.
No. Well, I think it's almost like one of those like bad, good, better situations where like bad is industrial, good is lab grown, better is regenerative. So
yeah,
like you can view it on a scale similar to that, to where like regenerative is 100% the best way that you could possibly raise.
It mimics nature, and what
yes.
is better than nature? You know what I mean?
Nature provides.
Like, we could have a city like New York City, and then if it's like left abandoned for like 10 years or whatever, nature's gonna take that back because it's just perfect.
100%.
Oh, Tom.
No, it reminds me of like seeing like the movie I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Where he's like going through the city that is overgrown and tree roots are growing up the side of buildings. So like it definitely takes it back.
Yeah, I have a driveway that's like a really old driveway. This is like a really old house, and like any possible chance at all, there's like vegetation growing through the cracks and everything. It's like nature's trying to take this back.
Or like The Walking Dead, like they did a great job at showing vegetation taking over cities over the course of like a zombie apocalypse.
There was a show on was it TLC or something, where it kind of emulated like what happens if there was no humans. What if we suddenly went extinct? And it took like landmarks and natural areas and just kind of showed how quickly nature would just reconsume and retake everything.
It's not going to take that long.
Yeah, and then the existence and the proof that we were here would be wiped out in like no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would honestly probably take the same amount of time for cities to regrow as like industrial farms to regrow. You know what I mean? Because that's how destructive they are to the environment, like themselves.
Yeah. Do we want to go ahead?
Yeah. So
read this real quick?
cultured meat, also known as cultivated or cell-based meat, is real meat grown directly from animal cells in a controlled environment, bypassing the need to raise and slaughter animals. Its produced by feeding animal cells nutrients like amino acids, fats, and sugars in bioreactors, allowing them to multiply and develop into muscle, fat, and connective tissue, resulting in a product that is identical to conventional meat at a cellular level. This technology offers potential benefits like reducing environmental impact, improving animal welfare, and enhancing food safety. But the thing is, like, regenerative farms solve the environmental impact. It solves the animal welfare. It solves the enhanced food safety. But like, regenerative farming is like letting nature do its thing. And again, I just need to know more about this because again, I'm running into the problem where like this all sounds like okay to me. Like if we can replicate like a Wagyu steak or a filet in the lab, what is that?
I'm closer to the side of opposing it because.
But why? Like, let's get into it.
It seems more like we're moving closer to like a Wall-E world, where like everything, like we're preparing to be able to make our food in a spaceship while we're crossing galaxies and don't have the space to just like have free roaming grazing cattle. Like, I have such a call to nature that I think that everything in nature has a purpose, and I think that us enjoying or being able to consume an animal isn't we're not entitled to that. It's something that nature provides us, and I think that if we try and bypass that by like creating this lab grown meat, that we're kind of like cheating nature and cutting or severing the whole like nature path, like what it's intending to do. We're just like disrupting that, and that to me is worrisome on like a massive scale, when like this is to me an option that is counter to the industrial model of way of doing things, but isn't supporting the right way to do things.
It's tough because we've visited farms, big scale and small scale, that do regenerative farming. Mm-hmm. And there's like absolutely nothing wrong with what they're doing because they're letting nature do its thing. My fear is that if we all just pivoted to lab grown whatever, this beautiful land that they're all cultivating, very like being stewards of the land and of the animals and of everything, would there would be no need for that, and that would turn into more concrete, whatever,
more labs
cities
to make the meat. Right.
Yeah, so it's really tough because seeing a regenerative farm, it's just so beautiful to see because it's just nature. It's just nature, right?
Yeah.
So lab grown meat, if that was the ipso facto, the end all be all, would eventually get rid of nature itself. And like you have to be kind of crazy just to oppose like letting nature do its thing as much as we can. We want nature to be around us. Like we want parks, we want trees, we want grass, we want beautiful landscapes to look at. Yeah. And regenerative farming maintains those things. It really does, while providing beef and vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. It provides all these things. So
it's life providing life.
Yeah,
and that's how.
Well, like Will Harris said,
it's all a cycle.
Yeah,
it's a symbiotic relationship.
In the documentary, you hit it. Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship, and it's beautiful, and it gives me chills when I spend time with someone as passionate as Will Harris on their farm and see how beautiful it is and how he respects the everything from the dirt all the way up to the birds. You know what I mean? Everything in between. And it's all a symbiotic relationship, which is what he says.
It was great when we were actually in his Jeep driving around, just to bring like a little anecdotal experience into it. He like stopped the Jeep out of nowhere in the middle of this field and pointed at all of the fire ant mounds and was like, "You see all of them there, fire ants? You know, everyone thinks that these are a problem." And what I think is crazy is that I think it's irrigation. They build these tunnels feet and feet and feet and feet down. And all it's showing is how like much better the soil is there, and then also providing a place for the water to go.
Water retention.
The water retention.
So there's no water runoff in their farms like their neighbor's farm.
Yeah, he's like, I love them. They bite and it hurts like hell, but we love them. It's a sign that we're doing better.
And that's understanding nature. There's good and bad,
Yes.
but they all like need each other, like the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Or like how we see bad. It's not really bad objectively. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Fire ants aren't objectively bad, but we kind of see them as pesky, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And that kind of like overall thought, and kind of like to bring it back to something that we were saying about things standing the test of time, kind of is I was going to say segueing into our first topic, but we have updates left to get to.
Oh, yeah, we still have updates.
We got like part of the way through Tom's. But I have a like slight update that I think is going to bring up a kind of fun conversation in a way. So while I, am a videographer, I love films, I love shows, I love watching, I'm a big consumer. I'm terrible at seeing some of like the bigger name movies and films.
Okay, because when I said the dude, I introduced you as the dude that doesn't abide. Does that make any sense to you?
I know the dude abides as a saying.
But what movie is it from?
Could I? No.
God,
No.
Tom,
Is it?
can you enlighten this
is
fool?
The dude a movie?
Oh,
I know
Jesus
the
Christ.
dude, the guy that drinks White Russians. Is that who we're talking about?
You're on the okay.
See,
was
it
like-
starts with an L. Lebowski, right? The Big Lebowski.
There you go.
Boom.
Nice.
See, I had
Shut
to
the
get,
up, Donnie.
I had to get that. But see, I've never seen it. Like, I understand some of
This is
the
what
references.
happens when you
I've
a
just
strange.
seen the movies. So this is a flaw of mine, right? But I'm trying to correct it. So I have been making a conscious effort to go back and watch some of the more critically acclaimed or big pop culture reference movies. So I traveled down the roads of seeing one over the past 3 weeks by the name of The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Not super crazy big pop culture, but it was a movie that most people have seen that I have not, and I was actually really impressed.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
I thought
Way too
it
long.
was really, really good. And it made me happy that I waited until now to see it in a way. Because watching it, like, when did this movie come out? 2008? Some of the CGI in this movie, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that it was like that good at that point. Like, I know that it's better now, but seeing
2008,
some of the
that's when I was
CGI, I mean, they ran
graduating high
Brad
school.
Pitt throughout his entire life, old, young, and all of it looked pretty
So
seamless.
did Brad Pitt was he the actor in all of the phases of Benjamin Button? Because
Yeah.
again, it's been like a long time since I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 hours long. Damn, that's a long
I
movie.
know. That was I like paused it because I had to use the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh my god, there's still an hour and a half of this movie left." And Alex was like, "Yeah, it's a long one." But it
Well, he
it
has
was,
to age in reverse.
It was yeah, right. But I like really enjoyed it, and has also just kind of lit a fire underneath this whole like I definitely want to go back and watch some of these bigger name movies, and I would
You should watch The Big Lebowski, dude.
I
It's
should
hilarious.
definitely. Well, okay, another one that like I need to watch that Alex watched the second version of Happy Gilmore. And
I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2. I kind of.
Well, I need to watch both. I haven't watched either.
You should watch Happy Gilmore.
That's what I mean.
For sure. You're kind
just watch the first one. Just pretend the second one doesn't exist.
Kind of like Jingle All the Way. Just watch the first one, right, Tom?
I've had to watch that second one a lot more than I would like to admit.
No, just watch the first one. But I have seen
Happy
the worst.
Gilmore is so good though.
I might have lists. I need lists from you guys for like
I'll give
top
you a list.
5 like pop culture movies.
Maybe at the
that I
end of
need
the
to
episode,
watch.
we'll give you some recommendations as a list. But I might have seen the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and this is my only update. And I know you still have a little bit of update, but this is the worst movie I've ever seen. Tom, I think it's called Honey Don't or Honey Stop or Honey something. I just want to warn you guys out there, if you're on Netflix and you're curious about watching this movie, don't do it. It does.
Honey, don't watch this.
Yeah, Honey.
They
Don't.
literally tell you, and you were like,
No, they do. They do. A 45 on Rotten Tomatoes. That needs to be way lower.
Chris Evans?
But this tries to be like a film noir, but it's just hacky in every sense of the word. And it has the girl from Parks and Rec. What's her? Audrey Hepburn. Now there's some.
Plaza.
I'm just gonna say like I'm sorry, my fiance,
Audrey
but there's some.
Plaza.
There's some pretty good.
Is not the actress in that.
Audrey Hepburn.
Aubrey Plaza.
Is that what her name? Fucking
Yeah,
hell, dude.
Aubrey Hepburn. I think she's been dead for like 75 years.
Like a while.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well,
I thought
no.
you were like saying they were like playing Audrey Hepburn because of the time.
No, this
frame,
was the
but
worst movie of my life. I think it was only an hour and a half, and it felt like I was watching Titanic. Like
What was like the storyline of it at all? Like what?
there was no
What was
payoff.
the sell? Like if
It was supposed to be like a film noir with like like there's smoke in every scene of a cigarette, and like they're talking in really short sentences, and there's really harsh shadows. Film noir, like, supposed to be black and white with a fedora. Yeah. It's like that, but in the most hacky 2026 way ever.
okay.
Like it was so camp. Like you can tell they were trying to be like this new school film noir thing, but it just was not working.
I guess like my point is like if I were to watch the trailer, what would I think the movie's about? Like what is the story?
Like a murder
what's the
mystery,
sell?
but like it was never solved, or like the murder never even seemed like it never seemed cared about from like any character. There was just like murders happening and no one ever seemed to care. Everyone just wanted to get laid. Like it was so bad. So don't watch that movie, for the love of God, please. Anyway, that's all I have to say about movies. But
oh, that's fun.
yeah,
All right, so don't watch Honey Don't.
it was so bad.
by the warning in the title.
It's so hard for me to trust a new movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because there's just hundreds and hundreds. There's so many options that there's like that overwhelmed by options, as well as like, I don't know if I want to invest 3 hours in something like this that I'm not familiar with. I've never seen a trailer. I've never seen. So everybody's like, have you seen this Netflix series or this movie? And I'm like, no.
I give
YouTube is where it's at.
Yeah.
I give Netflix credit in some regards. Like, there's been a handful of their limited series that are like produced by Netflix that I've found value in, that I've actually enjoyed. But I also like enjoy documentaries and like that kind of like style of shooting. So like limited series do appeal to me a little bit more. But I also will say that I like that Netflix expanded into having their own production company, and that they're releasing originals to not only just like host a bunch of shows that already exist. At least they're trying to create some kind of new content.
But they all have
somewhere.
that weird feel, like they're not really cinematography.
I
Like
do
they're
agree
not
with
real
that.
movies.
I do agree with that. But
Yeah.
as far as like some of the Netflix original shows, I think they're better at shows than they are movies. Movies
Yeah.
are a hard thing. I mean,
I'm sticking with YouTube, because I it seems like every week I find like a channel that's gold. Like I've been subscribed to Summoning Salt. It's the shouts out to Summoning Salt, this YouTuber. But his whole thing is with video game world records and video game speedruns. So I've been entrenched in this 2-hour-long documentary of the high score of Tetris.
okay.
Yeah, the world record high score of Tetris. And so I'm learning all about Tetris. I never knew that Tetris was the highest score you could get for completing 4 rows of blocks,
Uh-huh.
So that gets a Tetris. That's like the max score. But long story short is like the NES version of Tetris, which is what they're basing these high scores off of, it capped at 999,999 until you like plug it into like a Game Shark or whatever that could hack that score and make it go higher.
Sure.
So before that, people were like, okay, who can max out fastest? Who can get 999,999 fastest? There's only 29 levels of Tetris until it hits what they call a dead screen, or dead screen, where the blocks come down so fast you can't even move them. But there's different chapters to this documentary, and that was chapter 1. Chapter 2 is like, oh, there's a new meta now called rolling, I think is what it is, on the controller, where people thought the dead screen was it because the blocks came down way too fast.
Yeah.
But there's a new technique of hitting the buttons where you can actually move those blocks fast enough to like continue going,
Really?
to continue playing Tetris until like 30, 31, 32, like these levels that went above and beyond. So it's just like insane. Yeah, rolling, a technique that allows faster button pressing instead of traditional tapping. The kill screen, historically the game would stop or crash around level 29 or 30, but new techniques allowed players to continue much higher levels. It's so interesting because
But the
Yeah.
part that I don't get is like even if you
Tom looks bored as fuck.
even if you could like hack it to where you can move the pieces faster than what it will allow you, you still have to be able to see them.
They do. I don't know how they do it. It's like magic.
How
watching
can you
these people.
see the piece?
It's like playing
They can do
those
it.
people who play Guitar Hero on Expert, where it's like, how are you moving?
Yeah,
right.
Like you're not even.
Or do a Rubik's Cube like
Yeah,
super
yeah,
fast.
yeah.
It's all
It's
like that. Same.
I play Expert on Guitar Hero, and it's not like all that hard if you can get it. If you can't see
Next
the
week we're gonna have
shape-
Guitar Hero, and
No, but like, if you
Dave's gonna be
can't-
like, I swear to God, I can do this, guys.
Oh, Expert! No, that's not hard at all.
No, it's like
You
expert on Guitar Hero.
Can't see the shape of the Tetris tile to even know where it's going.
But they can. It's in that little box. It'll show up before it actually shows down coming down. Like it'll preview the block. It's all super fast. I don't know how they do it. Like we were saying, it's just like that Guitar Hero where
I don't know.
it's insane.
Yeah.
You just get in a zone sometimes where it's like my buddy Caleb, we used to play Tetris on like the GameCube and stuff, and we would just sit there and you just get going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it's like you're just like, how did I get here? How did I get here? It's like a little out of body experience.
I guess I'm not understanding like the disconnect between like actually seeing the piece, and no matter how much you can control that, if you can't see where it's going to land, if it's like a dead screen where it's like the piece is just instantly falling down, like how are you even moving?
Well,
things?
not only are they
it
doing
just
that,
chance? Like
but rolling is like
yeah,
it's hitting. You know, an NES controller is like very blocky and has like 2 buttons or whatever. But they watched in the arcade where someone would have like all 4 or 5 fingers like brushing up against the button and like hitting it very fast. But they would do it underneath the controller because the button is so small you can't have all 4 fingers gliding over it.
Yeah.
So they would tap it from underneath the controller, and that's how they would hit the button so fast and so accurately. And that's how they moved these blocks. But the blocks are coming down so fast, and the preview of the next block is so fast that I literally don't know how they do it. But they get to the dead screen where the blocks are falling so fast, and they can like progress 29, 30, 31. I forget how far they go. I haven't finished this documentary, but to me, these little niche things are so interesting. So this is a classic Tetris World Championship. So yeah, you can see how he's holding the control. Look, do you see how he's flicking it from the bottom?
right. Okay, but you
Look how fast! Look how fast they're going.
But it's okay, but it's not instantaneous. Okay, I understand.
mean-
There is like a
I mean,
delay
that's as
where
close as you can get.
But there's a delay where you can like see what shape, know where you're wanting to put it, and then you know whether or not to go left or right at least with the controller.
So I remember the high
Like-
scores were in the 1.4 millions, 1.5 million. So this guy is like right
he's
up
the guy
against
that won 2024 and 2025 championship.
Okay, so he's probably gonna go over 1.5 million. Which, oh, this is level 35, top left. This is level 35.
Rumor has it he's good.
It looks like he has done nothing but this. And I see
Look, did
the
you see his-
rolling
Yeah, he's-
underneath.
yeah.
yeah, like you were saying. They hit the bottom of the controller, and his thumb is the only one that's actually pressing
So
the
these,
button.
so the game was supposed to die 6 levels before. Like the game was supposed to be over
Yeah.
by the developers 6 levels before this happened, and he's still going at it.
Oh, man.
He's
look
level
at that.
36 now.
Oh.
1.
And it's like the start of a game. Like, how he gets the level down so far. That's wild.
Yeah.
No, and for all of our listeners, this guy is just finessing Tetris to a level.
Like before I
that's
can see the preview,
mind-blowing.
it's already hitting the blocks. Like before I can even see the preview, it's already hitting the blocks.
I wonder what else this guy's good at. Like what else does this like apply to in like real life? Like this kind of recall, because like your reaction is so fast to be doing. Like I know there's a lot of studies about video games improving. Like what's the one with surgeons that play video games actually perform better during surgeries by like a pretty decent statistic. So like it actually, like if you're gonna go into a surgery, you might prefer your surgeon to play video games and have the kind of like
Hand-eye coordination.
yeah, hand-eye coordination.
No, I get that.
as well as like reaction time.
Well, that's quick, Tom.
Nice.
Surgeons who play video games for at least 3 hours a week demonstrate significantly better laparoscopic.
Laparoscope.
Making 37% fewer errors.
Laparoscopic.
Yeah, no, they make 37% fewer errors and completing tasks 27% faster. All my games, like including the baseball game I mentioned a couple podcasts ago, like all test your hand-eye coordination. You know,
Yeah.
the finals, first-person shooter games, they all do that
Yeah.
too. So I
Yeah.
believe it.
It really does train you in those like fine motor skills that you would actually want in a surgeon.
Yeah.
So you want your surgeon playing Tetris.
Oh yeah, dude. Like
So speaking of games of skill, talking about the Cavaliers earlier.
Yeah,
basketball?
Yeah.
So they recently made a trade. We traded away Darius Garland for James Harden.
Well,
But
I
not
think we
James
know-
Harden of 10 years ago.
I think we know how James feels about this trade deal. Here.
trade socks. It was a stupid trade. All these guys have been playing. The core four have been playing together for so long, and Darius Garland always pops off in the playoffs. Harden is probably like the laziest player I've ever seen play in my entire life, and that's my take on it.
Tom, rebuke that because you look like you're about to hit that unmute button that's already
Yeah.
unmuted.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I just love
Give me
it.
some, Tom.
So I'm half and half with you. Like Darius Garland has struggled in the playoffs, and
Oh, you
he's
think he struggled? He
yeah,
tries.
and teams attack him because he's just been injured so much.
Mm.
Like
I agree with the injury.
yeah, and it's been really tough because when he had like a run where he was like on Steph Curry type of levels of like 90% shooting free throws, 50% shooting from the field. He just had he was having like a season last year, and then just the injuries. And I think they see him being out for the rest of the year.
Is he injured?
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. It's they call him the great toe now.
Oh, you're
not
right.
the
You're
big
right.
toe.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, and so it's really sad because like you saw him, he was an all-star even when the game was in Cleveland, and you just really thought that they were building this team with him, but he just couldn't stay healthy. James Harden, I'm not the biggest fan. He's had a couple playoff moments, but overall he's kind of shrunk. Like he's kind of been known to shrink in the playoffs. There was a series when the Rockets were playing the Warriors, probably in like 2015, 2016, that he had like multiple 40-point games. Great. But he also like throws a temper tantrum and starts going to strip clubs and getting fat when he wants to like not play. But the thought is that this is going to help get LeBron next year.
I hope so. I'd welcome LeBron.
Is that
but
the call?
Like
that's that's the whole like.
I
don't
think
think Harden would pull LeBron.
With Garland being out for basically the rest of the year, and then wanting a new contract for roughly $60 million a year.
You're talking salary cap then.
Well,
Like
his salary
letting,
$60 million a year.
space to then bring on LeBron is what Darius Garland.
Part of it, Harden gets paid a lot too, but
That's
it's
what
like
I thought.
I can't believe he's on.
he's got another year or two. Garland is ready for a new deal that'll give him another 4 or 5 years. So, but with the amount of time he spent injured, the rest of the season being injured, they just figure we got to change something up. So they brought in Harden to go with Donovan Mitchell, and I'm skeptical,
So I love the storyline of LeBron coming back to the Cavs. I don't know, and maybe I'm just kind of talking out of my ass here a little bit, but like I don't know that bringing Harden in is going to do that. Like, let's say that you bring LeBron in, because the whole point of LeBron is like a finite time. If we're going to bring LeBron in, it's going to be next year. And I have seen multiple like rumors of there being the like dream team of LeBron playing with Bronny and the Cavs drafting his other son, to where it would be all
that's not a dream team, really. I mean,
well, it would be the James team. It would be the
Yeah.
James team. But like to have all three of them playing on the same team next year, even if like the drafted son doesn't have a starting position, even if Bronny doesn't have a starting position, just the fact that they would all be on the same team would be a kind of cool storyline, and maybe the bigger draw for LeBron to come back than someone like James Harden. And I don't know, like if you bring LeBron back, is he going to play on the same court as Harden and?
But I think
Mitchell.
LeBron, the way it sounds is LeBron is kind of prepared to come back either way. I think that this trade was made more for this year, and to kind of provide a spark and have somebody. They're saying that like in LA, LeBron's done with LA. LA's kind of done with LeBron, and they're kind of looking at it as he's going to do 1 year. He's going to come back to the Cavs. He's going to do his farewell tour. Get recognition in every stadium, one last chance on a good team with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Evan Mobley, and kind of ride off into the sunset.
Do you think it'd be enough to win a championship?
No.
James
no.
Harden seems past his prime, though.
He is, but a lot of players are playing a lot longer than they used to. Players are playing till they're 37, 38 years old, and Harden is still statistically having a pretty decent year. Like I said, I'm no Harden fan.
I'm kind of talking out my ass because I just see like these anecdotal things when I watch Harden. I'm like, he just plays like he's being lazy, and
and I've never liked
that. That's part of his swagger, though. Like part of the Harden swagger and his playing style is making it look like he doesn't care, and then hitting the
popping
three.
off.
Or like, looking like he doesn't care, bringing the ball up mid-court, and then pulls a real quick move, and then next thing you know, he's hitting the easy layup. So like that's part of Harden's game, but I agree with you. Like as a person, I'm not a Harden fan.
Yeah.
And I think that translates into his personal life, that carelessness. I don't really care. He gets like you said, he gets fat as hell, starts visiting all the strip clubs. Like that is a Harden move. Do we want that in Cleveland?
I did a poll on our X account, and I was like, how pissed are you guys with this Garland Harden trade? And I was like, either super pissed, indifferent, or like the trade. And the most what won was people like the trade. Interesting.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is that Garland is just not able to be on the court. And I think
I didn't know he was injured. I did watch like a couple games, and he wasn't there, but I never I guess I should have known.
And it's tough. It's tough because he has so much talent.
Yeah.
But Harden's a little bit taller, and I think he has a little bit of that experience.
See, to me, it almost feels like. Do you guys remember Josh Gordon for the Browns?
Oh,
like massive player, big name, loads of talent, couldn't like maintain a positive or a negative marijuana test.
Yeah,
has
like it's like it wasn't injuries, but it was like another one of those like you see all
the
this
NBA
talent,
doesn't test.
the potential, right? But that's the difference,
God
though,
bless.
right? It would be the injuries that would take out Garland, and it was weed that took out Gordon.
Yeah,
like you see all the
it is
talent,
a Cleveland
all
thing.
the potential, and then
it does feel like a Cleveland thing.
Yeah.
Has Harden played a game with us yet? And I know this is going to release like probably when he has.
I think tonight,
Tonight's going to be
I
the first
believe
night?
this was supposed to be his first night because they were playing the Clippers, and they all kind of sat out. Then they
Really?
played one more game, traded, and I believe it was this weekend was going to be his first game. So I'll be interested to see.
It's so funny too. Like, I'm sorry, continue.
Well, I was just gonna say I'll be interested to see. Like I said, Harden to me, I think he always had a reputation of just like flopping and hunting for fouls, kind of like the Oklahoma City Thunder do now. I don't know how it helps you very much in the playoffs. And ultimately, I think you still have to be the teams in the West, whether it's Denver or Oklahoma City. But I think it gives the Cavs a little chance to be a little bit more exciting and a little bit more potential for this year. But we'll kind of see how it goes moving forward.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, it's so crazy to me to like think about the three major sports, right? Football, baseball, and basketball. And when you're making trades within basketball and baseball, it's like trade happens and within the next day or two, they're playing on their team. Like, it's not like football where you have a trade that happens and then you got to wait 7 days or 6 days before you actually see him. Or most of the trades happen pre-season, so you don't even have a chance to really see him mid-season making these changes in the roster. And it's so wild. Like, no, that trade was announced yesterday and we've got him playing tonight.
And they were playing the Clippers. But, I mean, you see that in baseball sometimes, you know, when they have those 3-game series and you're like, or when they have like a rain delay doubleheader. So they've had it where a player starts on one team, and then when they finish that weeks later, he's on the other team.
Yeah.
Actually, they played the Clippers February 4th.
Yeah.
And they won 124-91.
And Harden was out and that's when everyone's
Harden
like, he's going to get traded.
Okay.
And then it was like the next day because the deadline was Thursday.
So they play today, and today's the 6th. So people that are watching are the 6th. Oh no, they play tomorrow. Sorry, they play tomorrow. The Kings at 10 p.m.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he'll be suiting up in wine and gold.
I will watch tomorrow. I'm going out to dinner with my fiance and her mom. I think we'll be back. I'll try to watch the game. I'll try to live tweet the game because I love doing that on our account. So. If you want to follow us on X, we're at Inman Productions.
Yeah, we are definitely going through like this whole transition with names because I know that it can get a little bit confusing. We're the Hangout Culture Podcast, running everything through Inman Productions. Tom's done a great job on Instagram getting our Hangout Culture page started, posting a whole bunch on there. So please go show some love to the Hangout Culture Podcast.
Yeah, I also forgot to say like and subscribe to our YouTube account, which is also Inman Productions, but you're watching it now. So if you could subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, please. We love conversations, and like this video. It really helps out, and it's all for free.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about the Cavs trade, whether you're from the area or not. I know it's definitely buzzing around the entire league. And has more implications than just Cleveland. So, but yeah, so I think that maybe we want.
Do we want to talk about like,
what do we think?
When Bill came on and like the comedy show we saw after Bill came on?
Yes.
Because that was one of our favorite episodes, and we do want to have more guests on, and hopefully we'll have more guests on soon. Probably more local comedians, which would be my pick. It was a great episode, and we got a lot of great feedback. So after we got done taping the podcast with Bill Squire, we all went to see him at the East End Bistro, and I want to give a shout out, ding, to East End Bistro, dude. Okay, I want to give some props here when props are deserved. I already left you guys a 5-star review on Google because I thought my experience at East End Bistro was phenomenal. Not only did the prices for like me and my fiance's like drinks and food come in at like 2008 prices, which I was like super like pumped to see the bill. I was like, this is crazy, and I made sure everything was on there, and like 4 drinks and like 2 dinners were on there, and it was great prices. But also my fiance got the pierogi pizza, and dude, I had my like thoughts about this when she ordered like pierogi pizza from like this like bar looking place. I'm like, all right, good luck. But no, dude, it was like gourmet phenomenal. Like the whole pizza itself was a giant pierogi. And there wasn't a bad bite in the entire pizza. It all tasted like a fluffy, rich pierogi. And it was delicious. And I got a burger, and it was also delicious. Their fries were amazing. The prices were great, and they support local comedy. And I can't say enough good things about the East End Bistro. And they do that comedy every Wednesday with Bill Squire. So we had a great time in this comedy show, and Bill Squire hosted it. And the whole premise was, if you didn't watch a couple episodes ago, the crowd picked a couple topics that these 2 comedians were going to compete in sharing jokes on these topics, right? So our table got 2 topics. One of them was like what was one of them? The Real Housewives? Was that
Real
ours?
Housewives. Yeah.
Was that my fiance that said that?
Yep.
So one topic of jokes was the Real Housewives, and the other one was flags. So you'll just have to watch the the podcast and see what that's all about. But yeah, it's just a great. I had a great time, and we need to go to more comedy shows.
We got the Hawaiian pizza.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out.
you guys got the Hawaiian
Yeah.
pizza.
Shout out. Okay, so for all comment below if you actually like Hawaiian pizzas. It is so controversial because it's
It
either
sucks.
you like or you don't like pineapple on your pizza. And
I saw you two connecting, like you like pineapple, like you said Hawaiian pizza, and like Tom's eyes lit up, and you guys both like.
I was
on
looking
the
at the
same wavelength.
menu and I was like, well, I'm a simple pizza guy, right? Like I'm cool with cheese, I'm cool with pepperoni. You want to throw some sausage on it, that's fine. If I'm getting a specialty pizza, it's either a barbecue pizza or a Hawaiian pizza. I usually don't even bring up Hawaiian pizza because I'll just get ridiculed for it and
Rightfully
feel
so.
like I'm an
You'll be
idiot,
shunned
right?
from society.
So in this moment, I like just threw a random shot in the dark and was like, I'm cool with anything. I honestly, the only one that really like stood out to me was the Hawaiian pizza. And Tom just like lit up.
I saw it all happen in real time. We already ordered all of our food, and then I saw this interaction, and they were both like vibing on this other frequency.
My mom used to get Hawaiian pizzas as a kid all the time, and I would pick the pineapples off because I didn't like
throw
the
them in the garbage?
texture, but I liked like the flavor of the juice it left behind. And so pineapples, like, they say your flavor palette changes, and pineapple's one of those things I've grown to like, probably because of our pineapple juice and spiced rum drinks at weddings. But yeah,
The number one wedding drink.
yeah.
Do you like the mouthfeel of the pineapple?
It's a little off-putting sometimes.
Most mouthfeels are.
Yeah, but overall, so yeah, that was good. I say the parking was kind of a interesting thing because it had just snowed so much, and the plows
It's
have been
all
down.
street parking.
Oh, and cars
Yeah.
are blocked in.
Someone left as soon as like we passed them, and I was like, I put in reverse. I'm like, we're going back.
We're like,
getting
how
this
did
spot
they
right in
beat
front of
us?
it.
They
yeah.
left way after us.
We beat
left
you guys so
before
hard.
them. We park, and then we're
already got our
walking
food.
like a half a mile to the venue, and we see a Kia Soul parked literally in front of the East End Bistro.
Yep.
And Tom makes the joke as we're walking in. He's like, "Oh, I bet that's James." And I was like, "There's no way!" Like we literally drove around the block 3 times.
I know.
We passed the
Yeah,
East End
I
Bistro.
even
Not
texted
a
you when we were
single
in there
park.
after we ordered our drinks. We're like, where are you guys?
I know, and then we got that text while we were walking in, and
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way he's there." And I didn't think that was your Kia Soul. Sure, we walk in, you're already sitting there with a beer.
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is ridiculous."
Yeah.
But it was great. The food was good, everything, and then they had that room in the back where they ran the comedy show, and it was super cool because it's people trying new things, it's people experimenting and learning, and it was cool. There's nothing like being at a live show.
Right.
You can watch all the Netflix documentaries and everything, and they're funny, but when you're sitting there, you find yourself belly laughing to things that you might just kind of like do the, when you text somebody LOL and you're really just snort, kind of like, but when you're live there, it's just, everything feels funnier. It's just such a cool.
I was laughing the whole time. Our whole table was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
it was kind of cool, and like, I mean, I get some backlash from you guys about this, but I thought it was kind of cool because they had so many different comics going on. It was cool to see like the ones that were your obvious standouts, and then your ones that needed some work. So like it wasn't just like you were here expecting to see all these great comics, and then you were maybe not let down, but like it just seemed so so natural and organic that like you were getting a full spectrum. It wasn't just like everyone was trash. You still had a couple guys that were good, a couple girls that were good, and you had a couple people who were like, okay, cool. Like, you're right. I didn't pay any money to come here and see this. So, like, there might be a joke or two that I might not laugh at, but that's part of the experience. Like, that's part of what makes it cool.
It's like a battle of the bands, right? Like, you can see this band, and it's like, oh, dude, this band is sick, but the drummer needs to be replaced. You know what I mean? Or, like, there's something that needs to be tweaked about this.
That's, like, the perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Like, you're still there, and you almost want to see somebody maybe not have the best joke, or maybe not make you laugh off rip.
Yeah.
But that's part of the experience of seeing a live show.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
But I've gone to like the Funny Stop or Hilarities and seen people that have just like totally been so bad, you know, that it's like awkward and uncomfortable. And at least
I don't think any of them were like that bad.
No, and you could tell that they were newer, you know. So it was super cool because it's like it's still people getting up there for probably less than a year, you know, or maybe even less than that. And
gosh, I love the guy that was like running on his knees and like he used a whole stage, which was like a 4x4 foot like little platform, and this guy just like leaped off the stage, was like running across the stage on his knees, like doing all these like little bits. It was just so
definitely
funny.
that more physical comedy that like I think of with you. It's like it reminds me of like when everybody loved Dane Cook for a couple of years, and you know he's running around yelling.
I never liked
sweating.
Dane Cook.
Same.
But Bobby Lee,
I liked his one special, the stadium special with the round stage.
Yeah,
Bobby.
I don't know, that was what I actually thought that special was pretty credible. I thought that was a good one, but that's, you know, everyone has a different like taste. Everyone has a different style of comedy that they appreciate. Like I thought Larry the Cable Guy was the funniest out of all the blue comedy, outside with the caveat of me being too young when I discovered them to appreciate Ron White, because I think Ron White is funnier than Larry the Cable Guy. But when I was 13 years old watching it, all Ron White stuff was over my head.
Oh yeah, but
the walking farts of
rolling
like,
up the
Larry
old boobs.
Cable
Once
Guy.
you've seen one, we want to see them all. Yeah,
that kind of stuff was
he
more
was funny
funny to me at the time.
Yeah.
But now I appreciate Ron White the most out of the four. But
and with Larry the Cable Guy, the funny thing too was that like the accent was fake. Like it was an act, and that was so weird. Like because
it's like a weird form of prop comedy, except took it to the extreme.
But you just assume, like, you don't imagine that somebody's going to be doing a fake accent and kind of a bit. So, like, one of the first times I ever went to the Funny Stop was with some friends from high school, and it was kind of an open mic to start, and they had a guy whose whole bit was he was an Amish. And, like, he just did these weird jokes in this weird style of Amish. But I assumed that he left and that's who he was. It wasn't like a bit.
He went in his horse and carriage off.
Yeah, or something like, or got in the van that somebody was waiting.
Yeah.
So when like Larry the Cable Guy, when he's talking like, I don't remember his actual name, but when he's like talking like normal, it's like, this is so weird, but it was just capitalizing on the right time.
That's
and
weird.
They just hit it.
Did he have that accent in Jingle All the Way too? Was he?
He was Larry the Cable Guy in that.
Dude.
Yeah. He
that
totally.
character is totally taken over him. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
when it
he's
comes to any
Tomater.
public appearance, he has to have that accent. Has to be wearing the
That's
camo
gotta be
shirt.
weird. Because what we do here, like, we're not playing a character on this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of YouTubers play a character, and those are the first ones to get like burn out or just like.
But I think that time is past. I think that nobody wants a character necessarily.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that he hit a time where like a character was all.
Can you
anybody
imagine that being
wanted.
your life? Like, someone would be shocked if I talked like this, and didn't talk like this. You know what I mean? Like, if like,
Well,
oh my God, are you there?
Well, I know.
Nice to meet you.
I've
Like, I don't
had
know.
similar experiences with different
It's crazy.
bands that are from overseas when they sing without an accent at all, and then you hear them in an interview, and they've got a real thick British accent.
So
or
they
a
sing
real-
with an American accent? Like,
Yeah.
what band?
Oh, yeah.
What
They
band?
like you
What band are you
lose
talking
it.
about?
You lose it. It's so weird.
Yeah, a lot of bands.
Yeah.
What band?
that sing
Yeah.
without an accent. Now I'm blanking off the top.
But
of my
you think
head.
about Coldplay or something like.
Oh yeah,
don't-
Coldplay's
for
Irish.
an example. I
Aren't
mean,
they
they're
Irish?
British or something like that.
I thought Coldplay might have been Irish.
Man, don't make me argue about Coldplay.
Yeah, Coldplay sucks.
But like you would never.
We're not endorsing
you would never
Coldplay on
guess-
this podcast.
You would never guess that they had an accent based on their music, and I'm pretty sure Tom's point was that they have a pretty thick accent if they're in an interview. Like, you don't think of, like, I know that the accent disappears for a lot of artists.
Well,
that
what
sing.
about the K-pop Demon Hunters? We're going up, up, up. We're going up, up, up. We're going up, up, up. We're going up. Right, no,
Oh,
I
flipping that.
butchered that.
James is singing for him.
I have a
I was
niece.
gonna say,
seconds short.
aren't we worried about monetization?
Oh,
and
no.
copyright?
Yeah, if that is on any sort of radar to that song, God bless.
Oh man, I hope we get copywritten for that little bit.
Well,
No,
but it's like Adele. Like when Adele would sing, like
Well, do they have a
that's a
Korean
good-
accent? Is what I'm saying with the
What about
with the
like
K-pop
Ed
Demon Hunters.
Sheeran? He's another one. You hear him in an interview and he's got a very thick accent, but when he sings, it is a little more prominent in his singing, but it's not as prominent.
yeah.
Man, there are a bunch of other artists that I am struggling.
Or
to
it's
think
like
of.
the actor in House, Hugh Laurie. When you find out,
Well, that's
he's
an actor.
British-
That's different.
I know, but it's still that kind of like thing. Like you see him as
But wouldn't
House.
that be playing a character? But
No.
like just getting rid of your accent though.
No, an actor is a very specific like person that
I mean,
you
I
have
guess,
to
yeah,
play.
that's playing a
A
character.
band is like that's you. That should be you unfiltered. Like
But,
that
like-
should be you raw
Okay, what about,
emotion.
like, U2, for instance.
Oh God, we're all talking about U2 and Coldplay. This is not my podcast.
But like
this
yeah,
is
I'm
not
saying,
my
but I'm not
podcast.
saying I like them. I'm just saying I'm saying that you recognize their songs. They don't sing with an accent.
Do you remember when
And if
U2?
you hear them in an interview, then all you hear is a thick accent. That's my only point. I'm not a fan of either one of them per
It's
se.
been so long since I've heard a U2 song. I don't know if they have an accent or not. I don't think they do. Right? They
What about,
try not to.
Okay, aren't you a fan? Did we just watch the Goo Goo Dolls? Do you hear his accent in their?
Okay, you guys are blowing my mind with the Goo Goo Dolls. Tom said before the pod that they had like a really thrashy first album, and then they sold out with probably all the songs I know them. You're saying that the Goo Goo
Doesn't
Dolls
he
have
have
an
an
accent?
accent?
No, I had never heard the Goo Goo Dolls have an accent. Tom is like, yeah,
I'm off.
no.
I thought when you played their Tiny Desk concert,
Your search
that
history
when
is
he
gonna be
was
so
talking-
wild.
I thought when you had
They're
played
from
the Tiny
Buffalo,
Desk
New
concert-
York.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I thought. All right,
Well, what
put 'em
accent
off
did you
then.
think the Goo Goo Dolls had? I'm
I
curious.
just thought I remembered there was an accent. I couldn't tell you which one.
I don't think. Yeah, the Goo Goo Dolls have a history on this pod.
But I was looking it up. They do talk about the way that you sing with melodies and tones, that it does kind of even out the accents. I was looking for specific examples, but if you think of like things like Adele and stuff, like when she talks in interviews, you're not expecting it the same as the way.
Have
she
you ever
sings.
heard Rihanna?
Well, have you ever heard Drake say A?
I don't know. Is that a Canadian
Yeah,
joke?
yeah.
I haven't heard Drake say much.
No,
but Rihanna,
Rihanna.
let's talk about her.
No.
What about
if you ever
Rihanna?
hear Rihanna in an interview, she has a very thick accent.
Of what?
I don't know what her demographic is, but like it.
Hot.
No, I honestly I don't know where she's from, so I don't want to speak.
It's like Barbados.
yeah, it's like it's a different a weird country like that where not weird, but like it's a southern country that I can't quite place, and I don't want to throw any
Barbados.
disrespect to anyone else. Okay, Barbados, great, but she has a very thick accent, and you wouldn't guess that from any of her songs.
I don't know. Bitch better have my money.
Yeah, I don't detect an accent at all in that song. Didn't the Beatles like lessen their accent?
Probably the psyop mother.
Yeah. They were a deep state plant for some reason.
Man,
David, if you ever want to go deep on that, I think the audience is still waiting on.
one day soon, I'll put together a PowerPoint, and we'll go through the Beatles at the
the biatches.
Yeah. All right. Let's maybe bring this guy home with a little bit of Tom's video segment. Because I think we are running.
I'm just
little
watching
late for
videos of
you.
Rihanna. If that's, you could just leave me alone now.
We'll cut his
God.
camera.
All right, this is Tom's clip of the week, and it's 9x16 again.
Yeah. Text my wife. She's gone. You can come over now.
There's a
Oh,
whole
jeez.
bunch of these. They're
Oh,
great.
boy.
Or I like when the husbands like create a fake doll, and so then the wife comes in and is like, "Oh, what's this, doing here?" And they start
Underneath
punching.
the sheets.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just, just little cute.
I've never seen that. Well,
Unmute.
Be sure it's muted.
She just read it. She's got me. Oh.
Texting my Latina wife she's gone, come over.
It was just a wrong text. Who are you texting? I was kidding.
Dropping her off then texting her just dropped her off. I'm on my way to see her reaction.
What?
I changed my mind. I want to be with you.
You changed your mind?
I'm gonna make you dinner, and I'm gonna make you whatever you want.
Texting my wife she's gone. Come over now.
Who's coming to the house?
What?
Who's coming to the house? Tell her pull up on me. Go ahead. Tell her.
These all
Call her.
seem
I'm not playing with you,
staged.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine what, like...
Texting my wife she's gone.
Okay, guys, for our viewers, I want you guys to appreciate the fact that we don't stage anything. This is all like super authentic. I know we have our good episodes, we have our bad episodes, but like I think all of those things are staged, and I see things that are staged like on like TikTok and I don't have TikTok, but like Instagram and YouTube and things like that. A lot of influencers will do this kind of stuff, and I'm like, not only is it like hacky, but it's like wasting all of our times. I don't know. Like, I just hope that you guys like appreciate the fact that we're authentic. And
it's just a misrepresentation of what would actually happen. Like, when I was watching it, I was thinking in my head, like, what would my wife do if I texted her when she walked out the door? And not a
she went through a coffee at my windshield.
Right. like none of those reactions
that's for views,
would happen.
You know? Yeah.
Like, she would be absolutely heartbroken and crushed and get into her car and cry her way to wherever she was going. And it would be this massive, devastating thing. It would never have any of those reactions. So it's just like this, like I said, a misrepresentation. It's funny in a way because you're getting a reaction out of someone. Like, maybe the concept, or like it was like one of those like funny hangout conversations where it was like, oh dude, what if I texted my wife after she left, like, oh hey, come on over, and was talking about another girl. But that's like all the farther that makes it for me. That was funny.
But then you also have to have your camera pointed to your significant other as they like rage, and it's just like it all seems like premeditated. And
like if that joke was
fake.
played on you, like, and you turned around and you saw your fiance with the phone pointed out the window at you,
Right.
like, probably not.
People are
thinking it's serious.
People just want really cheap like views.
And we're not Tom's video.
No, we're kind of Tom's video right now. I'm not gonna lie. I can see through things like a facade very easily, and a lot of YouTube is like that too. And it's just kind of sad that people are relying on like AI videos and like fake reaction videos. Like, how many people on TikTok that are like either I'm gonna doom spend or I'm so in debt that blah 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 are like completely fake. And then not only that, like the channels, like I could easily make a channel, right? And this would take 2 seconds, where I could find TikToks of people being morons, and I could react to those people being stupid, like objectively stupid on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I could make a video reacting to them, and that would probably get me like a whole bunch of views. But none of us want to do that. Like, that's not what we're about. We're about creating actual... I think every single episode that we have, whether good or bad or in the middle, is like a piece of art. You know what I mean? Like, every single episode we have is like a different piece of art, in my opinion, because it's not only are we mixing conversation, which is art, we're mixing audio, video, everything. We're like senses, like we're describing beers and the smells and like. So I really take seriously the things that I produce and make when compared to things that are getting cheap hits and cheap views. And I just like hope that people find authentic things like this, like unfiltered.
She couldn't afford traditional therapy.
I couldn't afford traditional therapy either. So, Talkspace, sponsored by Talkspace. If you want to talk in a space to I don't know. Anyway, this is what I'm saying. Authenticity, right? It's all about authenticity, and I think that comes across like way more endearing. I'll gladly see someone fail more often than not than someone that gets like these staged Sorry. I don't want to like shit on your like thing a whole lot. Tom, did you think that was real or fake? Those reactions. God.
That was the best response that you could have had, Tom. Oh, for those listening,
Red
Tom,
Panda makes her second appearance on the pod. Red Panda, watch this. Dude, she's about to flip a bowl from her leg to her head. 2 bowls. Dude, these bowls are going in different directions. One's facing up, one's facing down. She has them on her right leg. She's like 10 feet up in the air with this unicycle. A third bowl.
I bet that 4th bowl is going
and
on
a 4th bowl. She has one more bowl to spare. She has one more bowl to spare, ladies and gentlemen.
5th bowl.
Red Panda will always get you out of a sticky situation, Tom. Good call.
He has this bookmarked on every device.
Dude, there's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
flip
bowls.
all those onto her head.
But they're not even going in the same direction. How's she gonna flip them on her head? Red
She's
Panda.
A magician. Oh, slight adjustment. She goes, that wasn't gonna work right.
God, Red Panda.
She makes you nervous. This is why she was #1 halftime show, right?
Dude, look at that concentration. That's like Tom concentrating on the next clip he's gonna play.
Hopefully. Oh, here it is.
Dude.
Boom.
Dude.
Can't fake that.
I love how like she looks surprised. Like after she lands, she's like, "Oh, I did it! Look, guys, I did it!"
She was setting up for a long time.
I wonder how many times she misses. Like she does how many halftime shows?
Tom, Red Panda can't he's trying to distract us, David. You know this
he is.
tactic.
Okay, so I saw one. It's tough because I'll search for videos on my phone and like I found a good one of those, and then to come here and try to find that same one,
Tom, you can save these videos.
Save them.
You know, when you watch a video, there's usually a way in the app that you can save it to view it later. The exact same video.
Yeah, but that's on your, not on your computer.
So you're saying it's on your phone and on the computer.
Yeah.
All right. This is
there are plenty of like social media videos that I'll see on my phone that I could not.
Yeah, and I found a good one, and so that was we started talking about. I don't know what we were talking about.
This is we'll figure out a way. You save. Okay, Tom. You see a.
You just have to log into your social media on the PC.
No, it's not even that.
To go back and see what.
It's not even that, Tom. You see a video that you like. Can you get the link to that video you like?
Yeah.
Then email that to me. We'll save it. We'll have it saved. This is a production meeting that we're having on camera.
I usually just text it to myself and then try to find it later, matching the example. But
now just text it to James.
Now I feel bad. I didn't want to.
Well, the problem is that, like, the whole point of this video segment is that we don't know what it is.
The other ones I like that are probably fake and that make me like laugh is when the girl's like out on the balcony smoking a cigarette, scrolling on Tinder, zooming in, but she's also like cast it to the TV, so everybody's sitting around watching. Those.
But I don't know if that's real either.
Probably not.
I'm so cynical.
I
when
don't
it comes
believe
to
anything's
these
real
reaction
anymore.
Clips.
Yeah, because it's always like oh, you cheated on me, and oh, that's not my baby. And
what is your algorithm, Tom?
It's Red a lot different.
12 million Red Panda.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, I just love people that are good at what they do.
Yeah. Hopefully our audience does too, and they end up subscribing.
Yeah, I don't think we've given a call to action to subscribe. Have we done that this episode? Yeah. We're really bad at doing that.
Oh, we didn't do it at the beginning.
No, I think we might have done that this episode.
We're wrapping it up, so we can say that the best way to support this podcast is by subscribing. We want to
subscribe to my YouTube channel.
That's new.
Are they gonna yell?
Live. We want to have conversations with you guys as well. So if you want, leave a comment. We always try to respond. We heard a couple of fun little stories.
Oh yeah, let's all share our favorite comment so far, because I have one favorite comment. Now that we're reaching a larger audience, I love these comments.
Oh boy.
Do you guys all have like a favorite comment so far?
I do have a favorite comment.
You do? Tom,
but
do
I
you?
think Tom and I share the same favorite comment.
It's probably all of ours.
Is it all to do with me?
Yeah.
All right, we got to shout this guy out. Whoever did this comment was brilliant.
Oh man.
All of it's the same one because we've had comments about you guys too.
Well, I've been called the two stupidest people.
Yeah, when you weren't even in the real.
I've also. They also said that this podcast was in my mom's basement, which is totally not true.
It's in my mom's basement, guys. Joke's on you.
No, I do like.
I'm sorry, Mom. I know we're too loud.
That I got some work friends that reply. So I know that one of the service manager, he really takes pride in being first. So that's really helping engagement. That's a fun little competition, and I think he's gonna ban me from my phone at work so that he has a better chance.
Is he the same one who left our favorite comment?
No.
This is a rando.
Yeah, this is just someone who like dropped in because we were talking about Venezuela or something.
No, I don't even think it was that clip.
I couldn't remember who it was.
So I love this. I love this comment. Shouts out to this guy. Hopefully we'll tag or find a way of tagging you. But I was built for the internet, so I don't give a shit. I thought it was hilarious. But he was talking to me. He was like, "This dude either looks It's like, how does he look 35 and 55 at the same time?" And I was like, "That I get that. I understand that. That's hilarious." I laughed out loud when I read that, and I was like, that's hilarious, and you kind of made me feel good because I'm 36. So
I read that, and like it was the way that he phrased it too. He's like, this guy looks 35 and 55. Period. How?
Yeah.
And like just leaving it at the end of like this. What? Man, I was.
And so many people are like, even though we're just doing like some middle of the road, like common sense ideas, people just want to jump down your throat and call you an idiot, or just, the one dude who like paused his Avril Lavigne video to make fun of us or something. But it was just, that one was just fun because it was also funny. And if you're mean and funny, that's totally different than just being a piece of shit.
And when we spent like multiple segments talking about being self-deprecating, being a positive thing, like you have to be able to laugh at yourself. So
for sure,
seeing it, maybe not to say that they knew that we wouldn't take it in any kind of way, but we are the type of people that are going to laugh at it instead of being hurt by it. So it was so funny, and I knew that you wouldn't take it to heart.
No,
so
I commented on it right away. I was like, "That's hilarious." I totally get it.
Like,
I'm laughing my fucking ass off. Is
hilarious.
Yeah, no, that
is the best. And is that correct? That's your favorite, Tom, as well. That one wins.
Yeah. I mean, that has to be. Like I said, all the other are like, "Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." And there's been we've had some good back and forth with some people who, felt differently than we did. They made some valid points. There's some people who gave us some information that I wasn't aware of. And so that's super cool, constructive stuff, rather than just, you're the two stupidest people on the podcast. And
you are the two stupidest people.
Yeah.
See, and
it's all fun.
It's one of those things where, like, I think that some of these comments are gonna start like inside jokes for the pod. So, like, in my mind, and this might just be like the merchandiser in me, but like I see 35 or 55 on a t-shirt. Like, I see that being
or
like,
more fun stuff.
Yes. Like, I see these being like taglines on shirts in the future, and that is so funny to me. Like, I would definitely wear a 35 or 55 shirt and think that it's hilarious because it's one
with
of those
the speed limit signs or something.
Right. It's like, if you know. It's one of those like perfect inside jokes where, like, if you watch the podcast, you know what that references to. So
yeah,
I'm all for those things.
So please comment. We love it. And we understand that being a public figure is just that. We put ourselves out there and we express our ideas, our opinions, our beliefs. And so, yeah, I mean, we would love to comment. We love subscriptions. And we're going to give this podcast to you every single week and try to get better every single week.
Yeah. And hopefully by this point, we've crossed the 1,000 subscriber barrier.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. We'll throw some like firework graphics or something like that if we have. If not, we'll do some like booze or something, and hopefully next week we can celebrate 1,000 subscribers. But
well, our cameras are falling like flies or dying like flies.
Yes, they are.
So we're gonna wrap up this hangout. Thanks again for hanging out with us. We'll see you again next week.
Yeah. See you next Wednesday.
Thank you,
10
guys.
a.m.
that was at 1%. This one's shut down.
Yeah, turn that off right away. I want that to die.
Yeah, I stopped recording so it wouldn't.
Okay, you did stop recording.
Yeah, because it was like flashing 1%. This one was off.